Now, here we go. Monday Night Football. Oh, yeah. Raiders on the highway against the Lions. And look at that. Not only the records what they are, but that is exactly what they are against the number. Raiders 3-4, 3-4. Lions 5-2, 5-2. Makes it easy for you, right? And I'll tell you, they are excited up there in Detroit, and they got to feel like that division is theirs. Green Bay isn't any good. Chicago stinks, and now no Kirk Cousins. You can maybe color that division Honolulu blue. CBS Detroit's Ronnie Duncan on the scene on the excitement level for tonight.
Hey, Ronnie Duncan here, and let me tell you, it is a game that everyone has been looking forward to. I speak of the Detroit Lions taking on the Las Vegas Raiders right here in the D, and right behind me, you can see Ford Field, and the fans are starting to come in. What a big game it's going to be. Jared Goff, the quarterback who just didn't have his great game against Baltimore. Final score was 38-6, but Jared Goff's numbers speak for themselves. 1,902 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. And then the running game. What happens now? No David Montgomery. How about Jahmyr Gibbs leading the way? Remember, he got that 21-yard touchdown against Baltimore, his only touchdown so far this season, but the young man is averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Now, as far as the offense is concerned with the receivers, Jared Goff has a lot of weapons. One of those weapons has to be Josh Reynolds, having a career year. He has 3 touchdowns already and catching the balls that St. Brown and even Raymond don't catch. And then, of course, Jameson Williams. I love what he does because he can go deep with the best and getting all the reps. I like what I see as far as he's concerned. Now, the other factor for the offense for the Lions is going to be Sam Laporta, the rookie out of Iowa, the tight end who the first 3 to 4 games of this season, man, he was showing up and showing out. However, that's the reason why they have scouts in the NFL. They find out your habits, and now it's time for him to do a little changing. On the defense, there has to be this: getting pressure on the quarterback. No, they didn't get Lamar Jackson, and Jimmy G is no Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar, and Lamar can run. Jimmy is a good quarterback, but one thing he's going to be looking out for, number 97, Aiden Hutchinson. Second year out of Michigan, 4.5 sacks, but they need some help. Who are they going to get it from? Remember, James Houston isn't here because of the ankle injury. The young man out of Jackson State who created so much havoc and noise last season. He needs somebody on the other end to start getting to the quarterback as well. That has to be what you have. Anzalone, we know what he is. He's a madman when it comes to tackling, and that's why he's a leading tackler for the Detroit Lions. So it's the Lions against the Raiders. It's at 8 tonight. Hasn't been Monday Night Football here in a long time. But this time, that 5-2 team, folks here say will be 6-2 by the end of the night. Reporting in Detroit, Ronnie Duncan for CBS Sports.
All right, thanks, Ronnie. Here we go. Quick hitters, Monday Night Football. Things that'll happen in the first half. You see some of the options that you have, whether it's anytime TD score, yards, first drive. You can go really quick there. So let's find out what's what. What's the quick hitter? Mike McClure jumping in. I'm Erik Kuselias. Michael, what's your quick hitter for the Monday Night Football game going on that will start soon up in Michigan?
First quarter over, EK. We're going over 7.5 points here. I love the Detroit Lions early in this game. I think that they will find the end zone in the first quarter, but I also would expect Vegas to be the most prepared in that quarter as well. These are two offenses that I really like to back when they're playing indoors in controlled environments. I think we're going to see a ton of passing early on both sides. Give me the over 7.5, because I think this one's looking at least 7-3 or 10-0 for Detroit. Give me the over.
Yeah, well, you and I are sort of having the same analysis, but coming to a slightly different conclusion. I like Lions first half. If you do even just a little bit of shopping, you can find 3.5s everywhere. 3.5s everywhere. You know, and it's 3.5. That's my play. You can go 3.5. Lions first half to me is a gift. The Lions have been great in the first half this year. 5 of the last 6, they've led by a touchdown or more. All right, take out last week where they just didn't show up against Baltimore. Before that, 5 straight weeks, up by 7, up by 18, up by 24, up by 10, up by 7. And at home, it's great. They've been crushing people in the first half at home. And the Raiders stink, let's be honest. The Lions, when they get ahead, then run the ball, which is why I project them to be ahead at halftime, run the ball. I like Jared Goff passing under, but I like the Lions first half minus 3.5. All right, all on the line. Anywhere you want to go, you are not bound by anything. Mike McClure, what is your all on the line with a spread of 7 now? You see the money line and a total of 45.5.
I'm looking at that total, EK. I want to go over the 45.5. You know, it's somewhat of a rare primetime over for me, but I love these offenses when they play in domes. You hear me talk about it a lot on the Detroit side. I think it really matters for that offense. But my simulation makes number 47.5. And then I look at some of the injury concerns on the Lions side. I think it's going to lead to them passing the ball a little bit more if the game remains competitive, not necessarily deep down the field, but getting Jahmyr Gibbs involved out of the backfield. And then Jimmy Garoppolo being back for Vegas, I think, is a good thing overall. I like the spot for them to be able to push just enough for a big performance from Detroit again. Give me the over 45.5.
All right, look, I've been very clear. I have 2 plays on tonight's game, and that's it. Just 2. I'm saying out everything else. I looked at Josh Reynolds. I was interested there. I looked at Jahmyr Gibbs scoring a touchdown, but, you know, I think he will score, but I don't love the value because it's almost 2-1. I have 2 plays. First one I told you. Give me Detroit minus 3.5. You have to shop, but you can get it everywhere. It's widely and readily available. Detroit minus 3.5. First half. Love that. Love it. And I like Goff under 262.5. Because again, when you look at game script, the only time he's exceeding this number is when they're behind or you get a very strange game script. All right? If you look at median, his median passing yards, 240s. His median at home, we're down to 230s. You know, there's this narrative, oh, Jared Goff goes crazy at home. He's efficient and good at home, and he doesn't make mistakes. But he's not putting up 400 yards at home. He only throw it 1,000,000 times when they're losing. And I expect them to be ahead. And when they're ahead, they pound you with the run. Look at the number of carries and the division of plays game by game. This is all I do all day. I have no life. You don't have to do it. I did it. I'm projecting him in the mid-240s. Now, I don't have a lot of room. Only about 21 yards of room. And 1 big play, 1 broken tackle, 1 over the top, okay. But still, I do think that this is a better than 55% chance happening on a minus 110. I think we're at about 70% that it happens on a minus 110, so there's enough of a value. So I like the Lions first half. I love that one, and my prop would be Goff under the passing yards. Excellent job, Mike McClure, as always. Mike crushed it for you when it came to whether it's World Series tonight, his props, his plays. And look, you go to Sportsline, you get all his plays. You get everything Mike does, everything Larry does, everything Kenny White does, everything I do. We're all in one spot. Sportsline.com/join. Sportsline.com/join. Promo code EKWins. You got to put the promo code in, EKWins. You get 60% off. Sportsline.com/join. Promo code EKWins.